Check. I'm from where the hammers run. News cameras never come.
Hello, basketball fans. You've got it on 2K Sports as we get set to bring you an exciting NBA. Basketball game. It's Indiana and New Orleans. Tip-off goes to New Orleans. All right, let's set the floor. Courtesy of Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. On the court for Indiana. Roy Hibbert is out there with West. Then it's Lance Stevenson. Then it's George Hill. And it's George in at the 3 slot. Just 5 to shoot. No coverage that time. Kobe's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Stevenson dishes to Hibbert. There's the pick. The pass to Hill. Indiana moving the ball around. Kept alive. Second chance shot, and it's Hibbert laying it in.
And he's starting to get what he wants here early and often. Nice move.
James, a screen on Hill. Inside. Deflects the pass. Archibald. He's guarded by Hill. Then Gasol with the dunk.
Yeah, I love the communication and the chemistry between those teammates.
Here's Indiana now. It's a 3-point game. And George kicks it to West. Hibbert with the screen. West passes to Stevenson. Outside Hill. This one for 3. The shot is off. On defense, Indiana. Down low. And now the fast break. Hill with the ball. Hibbert with the screen. And that one's good by Stevenson.
I'll tell you what, nothing to see Lance Stevenson knock down one of those. As a matter of fact, you expect it from him.
Now about 2 minutes gone here in the first quarter. The feed now to Whiteside. And that one is hammered home.
Clearly, he's one of the best there is in the business when it comes to making that lead pass.
Here's Hill. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
Definitely saved the layup with that foul, and he'll make him earn them from the line, and that's what you want to see.
Both free throws good from Hill. And so it's New Orleans with it. And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. It's stolen by Hill. And that misses. That would have put him up.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over him.
Archibald. Back to James. Stolen by Stevenson. And now Stevenson running the floor all by himself.
Just a good, solid, aggressive finish there on the break.
Not going to get much easier than that, Greg. Simple.
Bryant dishes to Whiteside. Here's Gasol, and they immediately answer back with the dunk at the other end.
Good ball movement. He put that pass in the ideal spot, right where it needed to be.
Hill kicks it to West, and the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Whiteside.
And really no choice but to lunge for that pass to make sure it didn't get through.
Yeah, and that was important. Probably would have been a quick 2 points if he doesn't get a hand on it and knock it out of bounds.
Pass to Hibbert. Stevenson outside. West down low. He's up against Gasol. West misses.
The defense did a really good job of choking off the middle there once he got inside.
West with the steal. To the inside. And it's Stevenson missing. New Orleans in the lead. Kicks it to Whiteside. Good, and the assist goes to Gasol.
I love how he establishes his post position inside before he converts.
Hill kicks to George. Nice spin off the left rim and in. .149 left in the first quarter. And he lobs it up, and Gasol slams it in.
A surreal alley-oop that time, partner.
The pass, Clark, the catch, the dunk, all of it perfect.
Precision at its finest.
And guys, it had to be, because not nearly as easy a play as they made it look.
So timeout called here, the first for Indiana.
Ladies and gentlemen, dance team.
Indiana making some changes. Mahimi's checked in for Hibbert. Hansbrough comes in for David West. And DJ Augustine subbed in for Hill. Now here's Stevenson. Augustine. And he converts the layup. Augustine's got his first basket.
They are really doing a nice job establishing a presence inside early.
And watch, Clark, how the game plays out, because this is going to open things up on the perimeter.
And so it's New Orleans with it. From outside, off the mark.
You know, even though he missed that one, great shooters have a way of feeling when they've got enough room to pull the trigger.
No doubt about it. The defense, you can see him exhaling right now. Fortunate that he didn't knock that one down.
59 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. To the middle, here's Whiteside, and the rejection by Mahimi. Now here is Augustine. He dishes it to Mahimi. Stevenson with it. Picked up by Kobe. Shot's good. 6 points for Lance Stevenson. There's 39 seconds left here in the first quarter. LeBron James on the wing. Here's Archibald, and it is flushed down with a nice jam.
And that is a major league flush right there, my friends.
And in a tight contest like this, Greg, that might be just what they need to get the tide rolling in their direction.
You're exactly right. I mean, so often when the team gets that kind of explosive play out of its backcourt, that can really rally and galvanize the whole squad.
The kick out to Bryant. Whiteside, the pass to James. Back to Whiteside. And it's Bryant in the corner. And released it in time, but it's off the mark. And so both teams trading buckets as we end the first quarter. Indiana leads by 1. And back with the start of the second quarter in just a moment.
Ladies and gentlemen, dance team.
And the second quarter getting underway. No team gaining an edge so far. And let's quickly break down the game, guys, we have seen from Indiana. What do you think?
Really active hands early on here as they're able to acquire several steals.
Well, they've really been aggressive guys on defense, and it's paid off, so why stop? Keep it up.
Davis is out there with Chris Anderson. Then there's Dwayne Wade. Then it's Drexel. And it's Irving at the 1. So that's the group out there for New Orleans. And now we'll get a perspective here on how the hustle game has been going for Indiana.
Boy, they've really amped up the pressure at the defensive end, guys, and have piled up the steals in the early going.
And also defensively, they've been able to cause some turnovers tonight, and that also builds confidence and gives you momentum.
And it's DJ Augustine with the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
Yeah, that's a tough call right there, and really a tough break for the D.
Greg, no problem for me with that call. I mean, he was still sliding right there.
Irving attacking. George against Wade. Davis inside. Fades back. It's rebounded by Roy Hibbert. Indiana leading. Outside Hill. Augustine dishes to West. And good. Coming in on the assist by DJ Augustine. Augustine's got 3 assists tonight. Here in the second quarter with a little over a minute gone. Irving kicks to Davis, and he caught that pass in full stride on his way to the big slam.
How about that fantastic finish and the aggressive move, too, Kevin?
Trying to send a message, Clark, with that slam, I think.
And I'm not sure if it was text or email, but he definitely threw that one down.
George, no good. To the paint, and he hits it to tie the game up.
The number of points they've scored in the paint already today is pretty eye-opening.
It really is, Clark. The defenders need to do a better job of closing those lanes to the hoop.
Now here's Hibbert. Stolen by Anderson. And New Orleans pushing it up now.
That is up-tempo basketball at its best. So much easier to operate in the open court when a steal triggers the break.
And really, basketball is about rhythm, and that allows your offense to flow better. Now let's see if they can build on it and keep this lead. You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
And that's out of bounds. New Orleans will retain possession.
Still team ball.
Here's Drexler. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for New Orleans.
At the line.
They've been making some really nice passes out there. Excellent passing. That could set the tone for the rest of the game.
Yeah, they're showing some muscle also in the first half as well, and getting a lot of their points in the paint. Really like the balance they've shown.
Hill kicks to George. He's looking for West and finds him. And Davis sends it back. Throws it up high. It's rebounded by Indiana.
Oh, boy, that would have been a nice alley-oop.
Boy, really liked the thought on that play, but didn't quite get it executed. Almost made a spectacular play.
Hibbert, good, and it's Hill picking up the assist. 6 points for Roy Hibbert.
Good ball movement. He put that pass in the ideal spot, right where it needed to be.
Here's Wade. Can't get it to go. West with some nice D. Indiana trailing here. Pass to George. West a screen on Drexler. And George, here we go. He took good advantage of that screen.
Right there, West used that ample frame of his to open up space for the shooter. Solid screen.
Outside for Davis. Uncovered. And he nails the jumper. Davis has got 4 this quarter.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Really a prime example of the difference in how these teams have operated offensively. Much more individual play at the other end.
You know what? I think he thinks he can make a few improvements to how things are going on right now.
Yeah, and you know, coaches always are looking for ways to tweak things and change it up a little bit, no matter what the situation is. That's what coaches do.
Catching up on the changes now for Indiana. Mahimi's checked in for Hibbert. Hansbrough comes in for David West. And Lance Stevenson subbed in for Augustine.
It's been a solid outing for Stevenson. He has 8 points, and he's been a good on-the-ball defender, too. He's got a pair of steals.
Yeah, he's just made a lot of very heads-up plays, and his defense really has been a difference maker.
New Orleans with the ball. Davis, the pass to Anderson. On the wing, Irving. Guarded by Mahimi. 6 to shoot. Drexler dishes to Anderson. Irving for 3. It drops for his third. He's missed only one shot.
And I like the fact that he really was unfazed by that scoreless first quarter, and now you can see him getting into a rhythm.
And George, here we go. Bank shot, no good. New Orleans leading by 3. Fires the 3, and again, Kyrie Irving for 3. Irving's got a couple of three-pointers in the second for New Orleans. And it's Indiana's ball. And here's Stevenson. 8 points for him. On the wing hill, here's the 3. Wow, came this close to a 4-point play. He'll head to the line for 3 free throws. It's going to be on Kyrie Irving. And he's good on the second. And he makes all 3.
You know, even though they're behind, I love the job they've been doing getting to the free throw line.
We always like it when you're aggressive and not settling.
Now here's Irving. 10 points for him. No good from outside.
Hey, they got the shot they wanted off of that pick, but it just doesn't fall.
Yeah, it didn't go down, but you'll take that shot every single time, Greg. That's good offense.
Outside, George. It's back to Hill. The 3. The rebound by Anderson.
He just has lost the feel in terms of scoring here in the second quarter.
Irving with it. Now guarded by Stevenson. Anderson, a screen on Stevenson. Outside Irving. 4 on the clock. From downtown. That doesn't go in either for Irving. And George kicks to Hill. There's a screen by Hansbrough. It's stolen by Wade. And first time out of the game called for New Orleans.
Ladies and gentlemen, once again, Team Dancers.
Drexler. And the first half comes to a close.
Ladies and gentlemen, dance team.
The third quarter now beginning. Both sides looking to pull away in the last half of the game.
A lot of action from Irving. He's got 10 points, and he's got 2 baskets from out in three-point land.
And I'm sure they'd like to get a few more of those out of him.
Checking out the group for Frank Vogel to start the second half. Paul George is out there with West. Then there's Hill. Then it's Roy Hibbert. And it's Stevenson in at the 2 guard. The shot by Wade, wide open. Good on the triple. Wade's got the lead up to 6 now for New Orleans.
Man, the triples keep falling, guys. That's 3 in a row.
I think they're playing too soft on the perimeter. They can't stay so soft. They've got to get up into the shooters here.
It's tipped, and the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by George. Chris Bosh is checked in for New Orleans. Miller comes in for Dwayne Wade. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. Stevenson against Irving. Stevenson passes to Hill. Shoots from the elbow. And misses it off the right side of the rim.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
And, guys, you know that rebounding is a huge part, a huge component of winning games. It's not a glamour stat, but it's necessary if you're going to be a winning team.
Now Hill, following the three-point attempt by Anthony Davis. Here's Hibbert. Good, and it's Hill picking up the assist. 8 points for Roy Hibbert.
Well, he knew how many inches he had over the guy. I mean, let's face it, good decision to just rise up and take the jump shot.
Hill against Miller. Hill kicks to George. His three-pointers off the mark.
And they're 1 of 4 here to start the second half.
There's Miller with the three. Miller with another miss.
He certainly didn't take advantage of the poor defense, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
I tell you what, I think he'd be happy if he can continue to get looks like that.
George with the ball. And Drexler picking him up. Shot clock at 5. And George, here we go. Drexler with the defensive effort. New Orleans leading by 4. Miller dishes to Irving. Outside Bosch. Right side Davis. Some nice passing here by New Orleans. And oh, here we go. Hill, nobody back. Ahead. Tries from 16. And there's Paul George on the assist by Hill. Hill's got 3 assists tonight. Outside Irving. Sinks it. What range from outside. Wow. Irving's got 13. Indiana trails by 5. Time called here. Indiana decides to talk it over. DJ Augustine's checked in for George. And now we're 3 minutes into the third quarter of play. It's tipped. Oh, and there's the alley-oop. A flawless finish on the alley-oop. And now a 7-point New Orleans lead.
Boy, you got to love it. The picture-perfect alley-oop.
A little surprised, though, Clark. It didn't go for the big slam, but it works just the same.
Counts for 2.
Yeah, it does. Almost makes it a little more special, though, when you can have a little bit of grace as opposed to just the full Monty with the power.
This is just great anticipation. The putback jam.
Oh, he had some big-time intentions right there.
And those plays, guys, will give the entire team a boost.
Tries again, and the bucket counts, and he's on his way to the free throw line. Trying to make it a 3-point play.
And when the size advantage is as big as it was there, I mean, that's exactly what he's supposed to do in that situation.
Hansbrough's checked in for David West. Now here is Augustine. Hill left side. Hansbrough a screen on Miller. The 3 from Hill. Offensive rebound. Second shot opportunity. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
Blatant contact. Straightforward call. Simple.
That misses, so he splits the free throws. New Orleans leading by 7. Here's Irving, and a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2. It's going to be Lance Stevenson. Hey, guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for New Orleans?
What a tremendous showing from the three-pointer all through this game.
They haven't wasted time getting the ball up the court tonight either, and it's resulted in a lot of fast break points.
Mahimi's checked in for Indiana. Stolen by Bosch. On the wing, Irving. Guarded by Augustine. Bosch passes to Miller. Bosch kicks to Irving. From deep three-point range. Oh, look out, and then you throw him stuff like that. And you go, oh my, how does it? pulls a Houdini.
Oh, my goodness.
Drexler against Augustine. Excellent D from Drexler.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
And what I like about it, Greg, it's been a physical brand of basketball. It's had a little sandpaper element to it, gritty and rough, but that's how you win games.
Now here is Augustine. Fast break. Here comes Indiana. The dish to Hansbrough. Parked down low that time, and he got the 3-second call.
Yeah, foolish play. He's got to be thinking out there.
Which he clearly wasn't on that play. Or maybe he was thinking just about something other than basketball.
Well, speaking of thinking, back home, guys, we call that a good old-fashioned brain freeze.
And Indiana making a change here. George is checked in. Now Stevenson. Following the three-point attempt by Kyrie Irving. Stevenson drives in, and he gets it to go. Stevenson's got 10 points in the game.
You know, he's knocking down his shots today, but it hasn't really translated to the scoreboard yet.
And here's New Orleans now. They're on a 13-5 run here. 5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Irving against Hill. It's stolen by Hill. And now the fast break. Hill with the ball. That's good. Hill's got it back down to single digits for Indiana.
Now that's a momentum shifter there. A steal leading straight to a quick bucket.
Yeah, and a great way, Clark, to capitalize on the turnover. Don't waste any time. Get the ball right up the court.
And here's Bosch for three. Well, it's been an exciting game. Plenty of offense as we head to the fourth quarter. New Orleans leads by 8. And do not go away, as we'll be back in just a few moments with the start of our fourth quarter coming up next. Well, welcome back as we get set to start the fourth. They've got Whiteside. LeBron James is out there with Pau Gasol. And there's Bryant. So that's the group out there for New Orleans. And so here is New Orleans. They've held a 12-point lead early.
Ooh, that's as forceful. A finish as you're ever going to see out of this guy.
Well, gee, it adds now to their lead in spectacular fashion.
And, you know, that lead's only going to grow if they're not prepared to defend a little more staunchly than that.
That Kia Slam Cam replay really gave you a good look at the action.
Looking at the game for George, he's got 8 points and a steal.
New Orleans leading by 7. Here's Archibald. And he makes good on the layup.
Really well done there. Just confident and composed, never in a hurry.
Now Hill. Picked by West. Hill kicks to George. That doesn't go either for George.
They are really getting the work done inside with their rebound.
The defensive backboard has been controlled. They have not allowed a lot of second chances. It's been about one and done for the most part. And I'm not talking about leaving college.
Yeah, I know you're not. That's a bunch of good rebounding taking place there, boy.
Here's George. Following the basket by Kobe Bryant. Stevenson drives in. Passes it to George. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2.
That's his first personal foul at the line.
That free throw good from George.
At the line for 2.
And George drops them both. New Orleans in the lead. Gasol on the high post. He kicks it to Kobe. Whiteside. That's good. And it Kobe with the assist. And it's 7 points now in the game for Hassan Whiteside. And so it's Indiana with it. Time called here. Indiana decides to talk it over. Doris Burke has some information for us. Doris?
I was able to listen in on what Frank Vogel had to say to his team. He doesn't think they've been giving it their all, saying they've been quicker to rebounds, to every loose ball. We got to wake up. The game's slipping away, and we're letting it happen. We have got to take control of this thing. We'll see if he lit a fire under him, guys.
Guys, that time he went for the fancy finish for us there, man. That was sweet. Taking it to the rack with power right there.
And hammering down with the two-handed slam.
Just piling on the lead with the dunk like that.
Now, here is George. Off the pick. And Whiteside sends it back. And New Orleans pushing it up now. Bryant's running. Out the bounce. Indiana takes possession.
You know, that's hard to explain that play. I mean, I guess he thought he had more room than he did.
To the paint. And it's George finishing it off.
No doubt about it. He has done a ton to help his team, but he's going to have to do even more if they want to have a chance to get back in this.
Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
Yeah, nice, strong finish there. Nearly a three-point opportunity.
Full throttle, pedal to the metal, attacking basketball. I like that. They got to keep fighting their way to the line, guys. This half, it's been nothing but success for them there.
Yeah, taking full advantage from the charity stripe. They've yet to miss here in the second.
Now, here is George. Hibbert with the screen. Hill, no good.
And another miss. Ooh, he's having a really ugly game.
Yeah, about as ugly as you can have, you're right.
And it's still a close game. I mean, despite the fact that they've struggled to compete on the boards.
Yeah, you know, but down the stretch here, guys, they'll summon that extra effort to try and get it done, I think.
Oh, and look at how well he led him in there. Really, he passed him open for that deuce.
Right side, good.
You know, of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is major smash-mouth basketball, guys.
All about imposing your will offensively, getting exactly the kind of looks their coach drew up.
The shot by George, no good.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession. No doubt that is within his range.
Well, I would hope so. He's a pro, and it was only a 1-footer. Come on now.
Now, here's George. Hibbert with the screen. The shot, no good. Good work defensively by Whiteside. Shoots the 3. It's hauled in by George.
Boy, just by his body language, Kevin, you can tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Yeah, it seemed like he had great rhythm on that. You can see the disappointment in his face.
Hibbert. Gasol with the rebound. Gasol's got 3 rebounds now. And David West gets the whistle that time. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game. New Orleans leading by 14. Another one falls for New Orleans.
That's their 3rd straight make off an assist.
Great ball movement.
And Stevenson kicks to George. Indiana moving it around. There's 1:40 left to play in the final quarter. And that one's good.
The points just keep coming for him this quarter. And just at the right time, too, as they try to narrow the deficit.
There's 1:38 left in the 4th quarter of this one.
And really, with every point from this point on, it seems like they're just closer to finishing this one off.
If they haven't already done it. I mean, hey, it's been a tremendous all-around performance from this group. I don't think there's any question about that.
Time called here. Indiana decides to talk it over. They're trailing by 16. 1:35 left in the 4th quarter. 1:35 left in the 4th quarter. Outside Hill. Stolen away.
And so just rolling to the finish line now in what has been a very confident looking performance for New Orleans.
Great, generous ball movement tonight. A thing of beauty.
Yeah, remarkable team effort, Kevin. Everybody got involved, and that paid dividends.
I mean, when you look at the stats, you'll see just how dominant a game this was for Kyrie Irving. Every time he shot it, it seemed like it was going to drop in. And if it didn't, everyone was surprised.
New Orleans with the ball. 18 points separating the teams. That's the biggest lead of the game. Stevenson against Kobe. And it's New Orleans scoring again.
That one will seal the deal there. They've exploded here at the end.
Boy, I love the serious killer instinct they've shown, finishing strong.
Now, here is George. The 10-footer. And the rejection by James. And George kicks to Hibbert. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot two. They get Hassan Whiteside.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
Blatant contact. Straightforward call. Simple.
And good on the second, so he makes them both. 27 seconds left in the fourth. On the wing, Bryant. Guarded by Green. Fades away. It's rebounded by Indiana. And Stevenson kicks to Augustine. James with some nice D.
Oh, tough D on the inside.
It sure was, Greg. No easy access to the basket when that fella's in the middle.
Now a timeout called by New Orleans. They lead by 18. Just 2 seconds left in the game. What's your take, guys?
You know, this is a timeout maybe just so they can pat each other on the back because no other reason to call it.
Well, they're really just being conservative, making sure they don't make any last-minute mistakes, I guess. I mean, I have no idea. No idea.
So we see New Orleans.